What's up, everybody? Hope you've been making a lot of Golden Legion. I know I certainly have, and I'll tell you one of the ways I've been doing it. One of the many ways. Anyone who's watched my channel for a long time knows that glyphs and inscription in general is one of my pet markets. I've always enjoyed it. I've always gone really hard into it. So when I saw what they did with Legion glyphs, particularly with the need of all the sallow pigment, which seemed relatively rare early on, I really was disappointed with the market and the changes they made. However, I've now realized that sallow pigment is actually very easy to get for comparatively cheap rates. In fact, I have so much that I've actually taken to selling it in bulk as well as making glyphs. And I don't think a lot of other people know this because there's certainly not a lot of other people competing in glyphs with me on my server. And so I wanted to make sure you guys know this so that you guys can be making gold either through selling the pigment raw or selling glyphs. So basically what this comes down to is either from transmutation or typically from world quests, you can get an herb that you can't just go out and pick called Felwort. Now, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, 230 gold per piece takes 5 to mill. Oh my god, that's so expensive just to get one section of milling. But let's go ahead. If you look at the TSM milling value, it gives about 980 gold for my server, which is actually pretty damn close. So, and I'll show you why. Let's not buy out. Let's buy 5 and mill them and see what happens. Let's see here. I'm bad with math. 230 times 5. So I spent 1150 on 1 milling's worth of Felwort. Mill it once, bam, 12 sallow pigment right there. On my server, these are going for around 400 gold a piece. So 12 times 400, 4,800 gold right there. So pretty nice. Let's see here. I spent 1150. I'll post these for, I'm going to do it on another character, but 3,786 gold, and then I got a little bit of roseate pigment as well. Now, a lot of people aren't really doing this because they see this high value herb and think it's too expensive to make it worth milling, when in fact, because the yield is so high from it, it's very, very worth milling and is, in my experience, the best way to get sallow pigment. I've got so much. I've been selling glyphs at a really high profit margin because of this. It's been really great. Now, as far as how to get Felwort, typically, I would add it to a shopping list and a sniper list in TSM for a rate that you'd like to pay. The reason you'll notice that everything's around here is because my other character on my bank tune, I'm constantly running a sniper and I buy anything under 225 gold. So that's why why the price is kind of right around here. And basically just run that pretty regularly and just pick it up as you go, because you'll notice due to the world quest nature of it, you'll have some days where you'll just get inundated with it. You think, oh my gosh, I'm going to flood the market. I'm getting way too much Felwort. Do I need to lower my prices? They're all going so cheap. Oh no, am I overpaying? Etc. etc. But then 2 days later, it'll all be overpriced, not on the auction house. In fact, I think that there's a lot to be said for just the idea of flipping materials that come from world quests or are needed for world quest, because this whole world quest nature of it, this will only be here for a few days and then it's gone, especially for things that only come from world quests like Infernal Brimstone and Felwort and things like that. It makes a very interesting ebb and flow, which creates interesting values for the items over time. So just add Felwort to your shopping list and just pick it up when it's cheap, and don't worry about overpaying when it's not, because it's going to be cheap again in a few days when a world quest for it pops up again. So I hope this helps you guys make some really cheap and valuable glyphs. I know that I've made quite a bit with the new glyphs in Legion, particularly people who are glyphing out their demon hunters, and glyph of Wraithwalk. Obviously all of the glyphs are by nature a vanity item, but basically there's a Death Knight glyph called Wraithwalk, which is almost required for play, I'm told. Basically, there's an ability that they have that I think makes them kind of float or something, and it can break some mechanics, so they need this glyph to be able to walk normally. So it's one that people actually want for a mechanical reason. So Glyph of Wraithwalk is one you definitely want to be selling. And just since you're going to be able to get all this cheap sallow pigment, you might as well be selling all the other new glyphs as well. So I hope that helped you guys out. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.